Welcome to Glowtime with Jackie. It isn't about chasing youth, it's about owning your glow, reinventing your story, and showing up like never before. Glowtime starts now.
Hello, Glow Babes. Welcome to Glow Time with Jackie. Today we are going to talk about IV drips. Today we have a special guest, Anastasia Shaver.
Hello. Hello.
She is with Restore Essence and she has a mobile IV therapy services.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so tell me a little bit. So you are an RN.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I was an RN working neurotrauma ICU for a few years and kind of saw how women were spread thin, taking care of the family, taking care of patients, and I just knew I wanted to be able to bring care to the women. So I kind of thought of doing the mobile IV business to where I could bring wellness to them and make their lives easier that way.
Yeah, how awesome is that you can do that, just bring it right to the doorstep.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing it?
I just started it in
Okay,
August,
good
so
for
it's a new
you.
business, so a lot of growing pains, it's getting better, so, yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, awesome. So tell me, where have you seen most of the patients? Like, what is it that they're requesting? Are they requesting more anti-aging or are they requesting more like immune, helping your immune system?
A lot of it is more like energy,
Mm,
when people are dehydrated, their energy levels are low, and then they end up getting sick, so it's like a domino effect, right? So a lot of them just want that energy. It's a lot of the B12s, the glutathione to help, with inflammation, just their bodies feeling better, vitamin C, those kind of drips are
yeah.
are really big.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about how do you notice when patients like how quickly do you see the results with the patients once they have an IV drip?
Oh, it's almost instant. After a couple of minutes, their color's starting to get better. Their face, some of them actually, when they're really dehydrated, you can actually see their faces actually kind of plump up a little bit. They just look healthier. They're more lively. Some of them will even say like their brain fog is starting to clear up. By the end of the session, they're already feeling better. So,
Wow, so this used to be something that was more for like the very rich.
yes.
And of course, did COVID happen to kind of change that because people started doing more at-home therapies?
Yes, I think you saw a big uptick in mobile IV companies after COVID because people just were more health conscious. They wanted to build up their immune systems, but they didn't want to go out in public, right? They wanted to do it at home. So,
Right. And that's the thing too. We're also another thing is that we're so busy now.
mhm.
We're so busy. It's hard for us to really stop, take the time for ourselves. And it makes it nice for to have services like yours where you can actually come to our house. So what's your typical schedule? Is it like first thing in the morning or is it late nights? How
Well,
does it typically work?
right now, being a new business owner, I'm unfortunately not doing this full time just yet. I just see patients Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, like pretty much 8 to 5 normal business hours, but I will get patients sometimes they're like, "Well, can you come see me, like, at 7?" And I'll work with them and go see them, so.
Yeah, okay. Where's the most unexpected place that you've done an IV drip?
It's actually during, someone's Zoom conference. They had just come back from a bachelorette party, in Vegas, and they were like, "I cannot get through this day. I need you to come and do this IV." So, I wasn't expecting her to actively be on a Zoom
Oh my
conference, and,
goodness.
yeah, I just hung up the IV one. She just had her meeting, and
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
so it was great.
That's funny. Okay, so I did wanna say that. So the first time saw IV drip, like, clinics or, like, lounges
Mhm.
was in Vegas,
Yeah,
and predominantly, it was for hangovers.
yeah,
So, clearly, that's changed. It's not just about hangover I've never had one personally.
yeah.
Not a hangover,
Okay.
but the IV drip.
Okay.
I've never had one, but I was always interested in it. I mean, it would make sense. I know that too, one of the offices I used to work at, they were known for on Mondays, some people were definitely linked up to,
Yeah.
hooked up
They
to a drip because they're all nurses and stuff. So
mhm.
I work in surgery. They're all nurses and they always sometimes would have one, two people kind of have an IV.
Yeah.
But the first time I saw it was in Vegas.
Mhm.
They have the lounges and they just have the mobile IV drips.
Yeah.
So that's definitely where it started from. So it's nice that now there's even, brick and mortar places
Mhm.
and of course, having a mobile IV place is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about like how can we change the concept of it not only being for hangovers?
Well, about 5% of the people I see are for hangovers. It's
Okay.
not very common. Um, IV drips are meant to like rehydrate you and you're getting nutrients, vitamins directly into your bloodstream. So you're absorbing like 100% of that, right? Rather than you just taking supplements and you're just constantly playing catch up. Um, but it's for post-surgical patients. It's
Oh.
for athletes, like High Rocks is going to be in March, and I already have
Oh, we need to
clients
go there.
saying,
You need to invite us to
"Oh
that.
yes, it's a lot of fun." I know a lot of people that compete for that, but they need that for to help them recover, right? To get the nutrients in, to help with the inflammation, and it's just for people that are just feeling tired,
Right.
and a lot of times it's because you're dehydrated, and people will tell you, "Oh, just go drink some water." Well, you could drink a lot of water, but it's going to take you days to get
Right.
better. Whereas with an IV, you're going to feel almost instant relief from that.
Yeah. And is this something that we could do weekly? Is it
Yeah, yeah, you
okay,
could do it
even
weekly.
weekly,
Yes.
twice weekly? Like what's the typical protocol? Let's just say
Um.
someone is hydrated.
Mhm.
They want to just kind of stay hydrated as well. They work out regularly. They're pretty healthy,
Yeah.
but they just want to stay hydrated. How do
Uh,
you give them
at
a
the
protocol?
most for them, I would probably do once a week, but
Okay.
maybe even for the if they're already pretty hydrated and they don't have a lot of comorbidities or anything like that that's keeping them dehydrated, I would say maybe every other week.
Okay.
But you don't have to do it once a month. You could do it a couple of times a month.
Okay. And so which ones are the popular ones?
Well, with the holidays
Mm.
coming up, there's going to be the beauty bag, because it kind of helps
Mm.
you with the
What's the
glow.
beauty bag? Yes.
It's just got the nutrients in there. It's going to help your skin. It's got the glutathione, the biotin, so all the things that's going to help
Oh,
with the hair, the
nice.
skin, the nails. My immunity bag is pretty good, especially, people, especially after coming from traveling or they know they're going to travel.
Right.
Um, they want to load up and get all that extra vitamin C to boost their immune system.
Right.
And then the recovery, which is good for post-surgical patients and the athletes. So those are my, I guess, on the Myers cocktail.
Yeah, I've always heard about the Myers cocktail. So is that like vitamin C? What's in that
It's
one?
magnesium, calcium. I don't know it off the top of my head,
Yeah,
but
but
zinc,
all that.
vitamin B. It's a bunch of different vitamins and lots of nutrients. But yeah,
Wow, wonderful. So hydration is definitely the fountain of energy, mood, and radiance. Like
yes,
we have to have that. We have to have it in our body. And a lot of times, even like you said, we can drink as much water as we want. It's just not going to absorb fully.
yes.
For sure. Okay. So tell me a little bit about your kind of how do you keep your patients like in a comfort because sometimes home is chaotic for some
Mhm.
people, so how do you bring your services and make it really comfortable where they can kind of relax and you can do the IV?
Well, a lot of times I will talk to them ahead of time.
Okay.
Like, they can book their services online or whatever, but I like to call them and kind of find out about the setting that we're going
Okay.
to be in.
Mm-hmm.
So if it is with children, I have brought my kids are older, they're adults, but I have toys and stuff, so sometimes I'll bring toys so the kids can play. So
Okay.
mom can be, it'll be a new toy so it keeps the kid busy.
Yeah.
Or if they're into music, I'll try to, come up with a playlist that they're going to like. So just so it kind of feels like a Zen feel for them, and
Mm.
that's different for everybody, right? Some people may like rock, some people like jazz, so it's, getting to know the client and seeing what is going to help them relax. And I try to cater to that.
Yeah, okay. And tell me a little bit about the differences with the peptides. Are you using peptides with your IV?
Not right now.
Not
I
right.
do,
Okay.
unfortunately, we have a new medical director, and we are going to start to incorporate things like Samoralin and things like that. But we don't have protocols for those things yet. We
Okay.
will in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
But we do like the GLP ones, that
Okay.
so the
Yeah.
semaglutide and the tirzepatide, compounds, but they're not in the IV.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah. So
different.
you just kind of offer that as a service as
Yes,
well.
yes.
And how are you seeing your patients respond to that?
I think pretty good because, I'm not gonna lie, I did do the
Mhm.
tirzepatide for
Mhm.
a couple months, so, I have the experience with that, and my goal is to not just give them that medication. I don't wanna hold their hand, but I want
Yes.
to educate them about nutrition and macros, and the goal is to maybe have them on it for 4 to 6 months and then be able to sustain the weight loss off of it.
Yes.
So, I don't just meet with them on the phone and then say, okay, here's your meds. You're on your
Mhm.
own.
Mhm.
I check in with them and,
Check and see how they're doing.
yes.
Yeah.
And, find out how they're eating and are they moving more.
Yeah, that's the main thing is they have to be moving, but that also kind of feeds into the IV
Mhm.
because it does help them be more energized. And then, of course, being on a peptide definitely helps. I microdose on the trizipatide
Yeah.
and I just started, but I would plan on just, have like a little
Yeah.
sliding scale
Yeah.
and I just,
And I've warned some of them.
yeah,
Some of them they may have to be on like the microdosing, and
yeah.
that's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, because I want to work smart, not work harder.
Yeah.
So I'm still working out. I'm still doing all the things that I
Yes.
need to do,
Yes.
still watching what I eat, but I don't feel so, restricted
Yeah.
sometimes. I have a little bit more flex,
Yeah.
or I don't feel like I have to, like I'm not as hungry.
Yeah. It's definitely a
The
lifestyle
the
change too,
yeah,
though. So
the
yeah.
food noise is
Yeah.
definitely gone for
Yeah. It's
sure.
gone, and it helped my labs all come within normal limits within 3 months.
Yeah, see, and so that's what people don't understand. So once you get your like insulin
Hmm.
regulated and stable, kind of everything else falls into
Yeah.
place. And it's
Yeah.
such a big thing for us,
Yes, it is.
especially as we get, into our
Oh,
era.
yes. I'm
Um,
I'm postmenopausal, and yes, I love to help postmenopausal
yeah,
women
because
because
is I always bring that
yes.
up because we're like lost out
Yeah.
here.
Yes. I mean, you don't have to get into that postmenopausal body and just, you don't have to just accept that.
Yeah, everyone's saying that 50 is the time that it's gonna hit.
Yes.
So that's my next year.
Oh,
And I'm
enjoy
like,
your last year in your
well,
body.
no, because I'm gonna have every peptide on board and I'm gonna make sure
Yeah.
I'm gonna still
Yeah.
work out. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
everything that I can
Yeah.
to try to help offset that as much as possible. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen, but
Yeah.
I'm really gonna fight it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just wanna have all those things on board instead of just being surprised and
Yes.
having this, oh my goodness, what's happening
Yeah.
and not trying to do anything about it. I'm being super proactive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. So let's see. All right. So let's talk a little bit about um, what's your favorite drip name?
My favorite drip name, it probably is the beauty bag, honestly,
Beauty
because
bag. Yeah, that's
it's like it's
fun.
just a fun name, and it's everything you need for beauty in a bag.
Yeah,
And
like all you have to say is beauty bag, and
yeah,
anyone would say, Yes, I want one of
yes,
those. Like you don't
yes,
even have to explain what's in it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so coffee or electrolytes?
Electrolytes first, followed by coffee.
Okay. Coffee is gonna dehydrate you. Do you find that there's a lot of people that drink a lot of coffee and are
Yes,
overly
yes.
dehydrated?
My mom being one of those people, but yes,
Yeah.
yes, and they're always dehydrated, and so it's like they're always playing catch up.
Yeah. What are signs of dehydration?
Well, obviously, low energy. Your
Mhm.
mouth is always dry. You're gonna notice your skin is
Mhm.
dry.
Mhm.
Your face just looks sunken. Like it just,
Yeah.
just the low energy. Your pee, it can be concentrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of things, but those are the main ones
Yeah, so a lot of times people don't correlate, like, those symptoms with dehydration.
because they live in a constant state of
Yeah.
dehydration. They think that's normal.
Correct.
Hmm.
Yes, that and whenever we're feeling low, we're just like, "Oh, I'm tired," or "I didn't get enough sleep," or
Hmm.
something, not really ever thinking that it could be because we're just
Hmm.
dehydrated.
Yes.
We don't a lot of us don't drink a lot of
Yeah.
water.
We don't drink
There's
enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's times where, like, if I have a water bottle,
Hmm.
I won't be likely to drink it
Hmm.
more than if I have a cup.
Yeah.
Then it's like it's my goal to
Yeah.
drink the water. And then, of course, if I'm busy, I'll just forget to drink water
Yeah. Especially if you're
sometimes.
busy at work.
Yeah.
That's why I have to set a reminder on my phone
See,
to drink water.
that's a good point, yeah. And then, of course, if we don't get super hydrated, we can always, reach out to
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so then let's see. So, glow from within or glow from the drip?
From within first,
Yes.
obviously. I want people to take care of themselves, but the
Yes.
drip can definitely help and make you glow even more.
Yes. So I think, I want to focus on always glowing from within.
Hmm.
My podcast kind of goes over, just how to be proactive about yourself and just
Yeah.
kind of work on the inside too. I
Yeah.
think that's always going to give you a natural glow, but IV therapy is
Yes.
always good
To
too.
help boost it. Yes.
Yeah, to help boost that. And let's see. So post drip playlist song. Do you have that?
I don't know if they're appropriate to say here.
Yeah, of course they
I,
are.
there's okay, so I work out at this gym called Illuminate Sweat, and I hear a lot of songs that I normally wouldn't listen to, um, and I can never remember the name of it, but it's We Came to Play. And I'm just like, after an IV, I feel like that's how people feel like they're like
They're
ready to
so
go out. They're like, I'm
energized.
ready to go out there. We came to play. Like, like we're ready to go,
Oh my
So the
gosh,
energy,
yes.
that's the song that comes to my mind when
Oh, wow, that's awesome. And then who would be your dream celebrity client?
J Lo,
J-Lo, yeah.
because she just always looks so glowy. She's amazing. I
I
mean, look at her. Look
know.
how old she is, and she looks amazing.
I
She takes
know,
care of
she really
herself.
does. She's taking care of herself. I'm sure
Mhm.
she has a repertoire
Oh,
of
I'm sure she
doing
does.
IVs, she
Yeah,
does Pilates, she
yeah,
has a chef,
yeah,
she has a massage therapist,
for
she
sure.
has all those things. So tell me, who should get IV therapy and who shouldn't? Is there
Um,
someone who shouldn't?
well, the people that shouldn't are people that have like cardiac issues, like if they have heart failure, they're on dialysis, they have kidney problems, if they already have problems with like electrolytes, um, you know, those really shouldn't. They need to get like a medical clearance, make sure their doctor is okay with
Gotcha.
that. And then as that as far as that goes, there's probably only certain drips that they can have,
I
so
see.
maybe they can't have the magnesium or calcium,
Right.
so those people really shouldn't. But as far as who should get it is pretty much almost anybody, but really anybody who's feeling stressed, dehydrated, they're coming back from a long trip, like they're jet lagged, or post-surgical patients,
Yeah.
or athletes.
That's what I have to think about. So I have tell me a little bit about post-surgical patients because I know we've talked a little bit,
Mhm.
but that's a great idea
Well,
because your body really needs to replenish at that
yes,
time.
because well, I'm not ashamed to say it. I've had the mommy makeover done,
Mhm.
and I know that recovering from that, I wasn't drinking like I was supposed to. I had didn't have the energy, probably because I was also dehydrated, right?
Right.
Um, and you just don't wanna go anywhere. Like, I didn't wanna go and have to drive in a car or anything, so the idea of having someone come to me, and I had even thought about doing a mobile masseuse thing too, to do the lymphatic massage, but to have it
Yeah.
all done to where you're going there to the patient's house, and they're able to just get their IV there. It just will help, there's strips to help with the inflammation, just to hydrate them, to get the nutrients that they need, to feel better, to where they are gonna move to help prevent blood clots, right? Because when you're tired, you're just gonna lay there.
Yeah, you're
But,
right.
when you're hydrated, you have more energy, you're gonna move more, it's gonna just help in your recovery.
Yeah, so how soon usually what's the protocol there?
I've seen patients the next day.
Okay, so really it's kind
Yeah,
of whenever
yeah.
because they have IV fluids the day of surgery.
Yes,
They
yes,
get some fluids
yes,
in.
and it's the next day when they're at home by themselves,
Yes,
so yeah.
exactly, and I know that's one of the things we tell them, just drink some water.
Mhm.
They don't
Yeah,
always
they
do that
don't. A
because
lot
they
of them
don't
don't
wanna get up
listen.
and use the restroom.
That's exactly true. That's true. They don't.
So, okay, and so tell me, what does self-care look for a nursepreneur like yourself, balancing everything?
It's well, learning to set boundaries, because I have a lot of friends that'll be like, "Oh, can you come and do that?" Like, and they just want things from you.
Yes.
And it's like, it's a business. I love you, but it's a business, and sometimes you just have to learn to say no. But setting boundaries, sticking to time management schedules, but then also self-care for myself, So I've started working out more,
Mhm.
just doing things to relax and just not worry about school, because I'm also in school for my psych nurse practitioner.
Oh, good for
So,
you.
school, taking care of my mom with Alzheimer's. So I get what it's like to be busy, and
Yeah.
I just need that me time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also knowing that you can get it done, you just
Yes.
have to prioritize
Yes.
what you can do today, what you can't do today, and what you're
Yeah.
going to, to keep it going. That's awesome. So you can't pour into others if your cup is empty.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
big thing.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
just like when you're on a plane and the oxygen mask comes down, right? They say put the oxygen mask on yourself
Exactly.
first before you help other people. So, yeah.
Exactly. No, that is so important, so true. Because as much as we want to help others, if we're really not taking care of ourselves, and I say this all the time,
Yeah.
if we're not taking care of ourselves, who is going to take care
Yeah.
of us?
Exactly.
And we're trying to take care of everybody else as well. Tell me a little bit about the name Restore Essence. Where did that come from?
Well, it was me and my daughter sitting down talking. I just My vision is to grow my practice, right? To where I use my psych NP for psych med management. I'm still doing
Oh,
wellness, the mobile part of it, but then also hormone replacement therapy.
that's
I want to
awesome.
offer
Yeah, all the things we
counseling.
need.
Yeah, I want to do the counseling, nutrition,
We're going to have a room for you in the
yeah,
back.
personal training. And I told her, I was like, I just want people for it to be like holistic care, to bring them
Yeah.
back to their their core, their essence, and
Mhm.
so my daughter's like, "What about Restore Essence?" And I was like,
Yeah.
I really like that." So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because sometimes we don't even know what that is.
I know, we
A
don't because 'cause
lot
we're
of
so
us don't
busy.
know. We're so busy, and we think that it's all the labels that we put on
Mhm.
ourselves, and really it's not.
No.
When you really sit down and look at who are you truly,
Yeah,
you have to sit with yourself a little bit and kind of figure that out.
yeah,
So yeah, that's great.
yeah.
Good for you. So let's see. So how can we find you?
Well, have a website. It's restoreessence.com, or I'm on Instagram and
Okay.
Facebook. So, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it's a pleasure having you on the show
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
being here,
Thank you.
and we look forward to seeing you in the future.
Oh, thank you so
Of
much. It's been
course.
fun.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Glow Babes.